We're not supposed to be talking during this time, are we? Oh, it's live. Oh, wait a minute. Shh.
Starmer is a wanker.
I'm trying to type something. Oh, God. Just in the nick of time, okay? I was trying to type something to make sure that it goes on and it sends out the notifications, okay? But it's definitely there, and we've sent it out, and I've said we're live, okay? And I'm going to post it again, and I'm just going to say, we are live. And there you have it. Post. And then that should be letting everybody on and know what we're doing. There we go. Supposedly. Oh, yes. One. Are they going to start building up? I don't know. Oh, two. I'll keep on going. All right, let's get it moving in the sun. Let's get this man in here. Right, there we go. There he is. Just cuts it off and it brings you in. Big smile.
Good evening.
How you doing?
All right.
Yep.
You?
I think so. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very, very good in actual fact. I'm feeling like I've had a great weight taken off my shoulders. You know that moment when you suddenly go, oh.
I've just had a moment. I got AI to totally flip its position in the shortest time possible, and I've just counted 5 messages it took me. That
5?
record. So Islam is not a religion of peace after all. So yes.
So, do you think they've got?
I'm getting better at it, mate.
Do you think they've got their own version of AI called Mufti.ai? Something
Probably not working very well.
Yeah,
been disconnected over the last.
Do they work? Okay. And what do they do? Do they have universal basic points? On their AI.
No, but what I'm doing is I'm just doing some more research for the podcast we're going to be doing soon about how AI is just fake. Lefty fake.
You reckon?
Lefty fake. Well, lefty fake. No, I don't reckon. It's told me it is.
All
it's
right.
Lefty fake nonsense, but it'll change its position if you ask it to, and then it tells you the consequences of what it's doing, and it's not good. It'll blow your mind, but we'll get round to it one day.
Let's start off with a funny. I mean, this is Oh, wait a minute. I've got to get that word, haven't I? Let's have our word of the day. Are you ready?
Word of the day.
No,
that was my favourite.
It's better than that. Here we go.
The word of the day is pre-fuction. It's the calm before everything goes to shit, and you already know you're not going to care.
That's quite relevant for today in our world. Isn't it?
Oh, right. Okay. And this is for all those men out there who aren't afraid to state the case. Here it is, the shortest fairy tale. Here we go.
Oh, do I have to read it?
No, I'll read it. I'll do it again for everybody.
Yeah, you have to read quick.
The world's shortest fairy tale. Once upon a time, a guy asked a girl, "Will you marry me?" The girl said, "No." And the guy lived happily ever after and went fishing, hunting, played golf and drank beer and farted whenever he wanted. The end. How come you're not? You are laughing.
I can't argue with it, to be honest.
Pure logic, isn't it? Okay. What about these? I mean, these are the little ones that got me. You ready?
Today, a Bradford man with a stutter was convicted and sent to prison for life, but his victims are worried that he won't finish his sentence.
That's tight, that.
Oh, you gotta laugh at these things because if you're laughing at it, all right. Well, here's the best of it. You ready? I mean, because we know we are involved in war. Okay, we're involved in war. So here it is.
Are we?
David, we need to do something about Iran. Do we have any ships we can send?
I don't think we do. Oh wait, there is one at Portsmouth. What's it called?
The HMS Victory?
Yes, Keir. That's the one. We will send the Victory to Iran.
Great idea, David.
Probably better than the ships Iran have got.
You couldn't be closer to the truth.
At least it sails.
No.
Well, it will do once it's been restored. Maybe.
Oh, David, isn't this joyous? To follow in the footsteps of Nelson himself.
Yes.
Nelson Mandela was Britain's greatest admiral.
Man, the cannons.
The cannons don't even work!
Yes. Yep. Fitting end. And there you go. Happy ending.
If Carlsberg did old warships.
Yes. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. And I should imagine that our viewers, all 50,000 of them. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's calories. Sorry, I was looking at calories. Sorry. Right. Okay. Now, getting on to the stuff and getting into the things. You sent me some pics, and this was the one. Pakistanis are most likely to claim asylum. Now, go on, explain.
Because the Home Office have suspended visas or whatever from several countries.
Was this the one? This is the one.
Yeah. Now, apparently, these are the countries that they're most abusing the system.
Right.
Really?
So,
are they the countries? Because, I mean...
Yeah, I'm just looking at
data
that.
On unemployment and benefits and crime and lots of other stuff. I would have thought maybe the top three might have been in that list as well.
What about the Somalians? Where are they? Are they in there?
They're down there, yeah.
I thought I saw Ilhan Omar in town the other day.
I mean,
she was going into Greg's.
Can we see Shabana Mahmood, or whatever you say it?
I haven't got that.
Got it wrong. Can we see her doing the same for Pakistan?
No.
Well, they're not going to do the same for Iran, are they?
No. Well, I mean,
help as many poor IRGC, whatever they're called, members as possible, haven't we?
Well, okay. Well, we got to ask the question: who is allowing the Muslim migration? I mean, because they're Muslims, aren't they? I mean, there's no two ways about it. Here's a question.
I'm interested in who you think's behind Islamic migration. And it's strange because the more Muslims that enter the country, the less we're allowed to talk about them. It should be the other way around.
Yeah.
So what's your theory on who's behind it all?
So what we're seeing 6% of the UK population is Muslim, 6.5%.
Is that right? I thought it was a bit more than that. I thought it was around about 10, 11%.
Well, that you know of.
Okay.
With whatever figure they give you, probably double it and then add the same again. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you think they all filled that census in? And then what's happened since then? Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. Here we go.
I think it's
6.5% of the UK population have so much power and are able to even dictate now and sway laws. An Islamophobia law would be necessary if there was incidents against Muslims that warranted that level of protection for Muslims. there is not incidents that happen against Muslims, terror incidents. There is not like mass scale incidents where Muslims are killed, slaughtered, butchered, are at risk of their safety, physical safety on a mass scale, like non-Muslims are from Islam. Okay, so we don't need an Islamophobia law. We need a Christophobia law, actually.
She's right there.
Hey,
I mean,
we said years ago an Englishophobia law.
That's another one.
That's what I said years ago, because it's our culture and our people and our way
Indeed.
of life that's being slowly eroded. So I say slowly, they're cranking that up.
Wait a minute.
No, we're not allowed to have anything that benefits us, are we? You know, with it being like our country.
Look,
what do you mean? Your country? Who are you?
Listen, Ginga,
Well,
I'm trying to get the levels sorted out between the two of us here, okay? And you keep on sitting up.
It's a true representation, isn't it? You see?
Actually, it is.
You go, I'm going to lie you.
Anyway,
so I get alienized. But no, yeah.
I mean, I've not seen anybody, like sort of doing anything, radical to mosques like that. I mean, I've never seen it, but I've seen extremists bombing like the Manchester Arena. All right.
I've seen our politicians just totally abuse everyone equal under the law by saying, well, certain groups can use weaker stuns on their meat, or I don't know, another group can carry a small dagger.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, what? Yeah, the only people under law who can really be armed is Protestants under the Bill of Rights, but whatever.
That's right, yeah.
Going well, isn't it?
I don't know. Am I a Catholic or a Protestant? I think I'm a Proddy.
Well, what were you?
I can't tell you. I'm not going to say.
Well, I don't know. Only you.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whichever way, if I'm going up or down, I'm taking about 15 different passports. So if I get asked, what's your religion? I'll say, what do you got? What do you need?
Well,
I'll take out the passport.
Christened in the Church of England?
No, Catholic.
No. Well, did you get baptized in a cathedral? Is that how it works?
No, actually, most of the people at my birth were trying to drown me.
Failed there, didn't they?
They did. I managed to get through.
Must try harder next time.
Oh yeah, I'm not going for one of those born again things where they dip you in the river, because somebody will put a brick on me and go get rid of them. I've got a funny feeling that at my funeral I'm going to have so many there, but they're going to be there to make sure that I've actually gone.
They'll turn up with spades, away from the elder, with concrete.
Chains over the top of the grave so I cannot get out. It's going to be that way. Anyway, I think that's going to be the same for Starmer, to be honest with you, because, I mean, God, that guy is going to get buried soon. I mean, everything that's going on is pointing to the fact that he's got to go. But here's Kevin Maguire, one of those Labour supporters, the loyal acolyte of Labour.
He's flipped, does he now?
Well, have a listen to this.
Go on then.
I think he has. I think he has flipped.
Go on, and then I'll have a comment on that.
The only solution for Labour now, actually, is to become more traditional Labour, real Labour, campaign as Labour, no half measures, don't chase reform, and I think many of them now, we know many cabinet ministers as well as Labour MPs, and I suspect party members as well as voters now, they're going to have to change their leader. But how you do that and when you do that is what's open in the air. A very old hand in the party told me he thought it would be at the party conference in the autumn.
The party conference in the autumn. I think May elections, to be honest with you. Back end of the May elections, I think, you usually see this guy. I've seen him a few times at Portcullis House, and where they're all sitting, down, and you see them talking, and it's just like, a revolving door of different MPs coming down to, have a chat with him and the whole court with him. I've seen that on quite a few occasions. I've seen some of the others in that corridor that goes between Portcullis and the main place. I've seen them in certain cloisters behind certain things, and they're talking away.
Talking absolute nonsense.
Talking bullshit. They're talking how to not answer questions at PMQs. Sorry, Mark, go on. Yeah, but just before you do, just for you...
Get lost. I think we are way ahead of schedule. So remember when I said leave him in for as long as possible until he makes even his own voter base.
Yep.
Never want to vote for them again.
Yep.
Wow. Him, one of the most far left.
Yeah.
He's horrible, isn't he?
Yep. Absolutely.
And even he wants him gone.
Yep.
Well, we are ahead of schedule. And they're doing it all for us. It just depends who replaces them.
Well, here's Rupee baby, and I think he thinks we're heading for a currency crisis. What's your word on this?
Question I ask myself, and this is something I think everybody needs to ask themselves, because I think we are heading for a massive currency crisis. I can't understand at the moment how, with no economy, running all the deficits we run, how is our currency holding up? And I often think to myself,
I've got a word about that right now, because it pisses me off when I buy stuff from the States and I'm paying for the currency exchange rates and somebody else is putting a bit on top of it as well. Yes.
Well, I'd say buy British instead.
They don't make some of this stuff in Britain.
It's not to buy, is there?
There's nothing to...
We've our own food's all foreign.
I know.
You know what I mean? Hey, no. Well,
and who's this guy, Hal? Who's this guy, Hal? Every time I see it, go to the supermarket for the meat, I keep on seeing this guy manufactured by Hal. Maybe.
Halal.
No. Is that his name?
Don't know. Just don't get it.
Is that the company name?
I think Rupert's being a little bit sneaky here, John.
Ooh, go on.
What happens roughly every 10, less than 15 years?
Yeah.
Let me guess, it happened in 2008, and then we had it again in like 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
And then before that, this is what happened. So anyone can see there's going to be some kind of financial crash, difficulty, recession, whatever coming within the next, I don't know.
Well, at the moment,
4, 5, 6, 7 years.
At the moment, the unemployment rate has gone up to, I think it's 5.3%, and growth is a little bit stilted. So are we going to get those interest rate cuts from the Bank of England? Is it going to happen, Mark?
What did Rachel Reeves said? We're going to try and grow a sunflower in the Antarctic. How about that for growth? Well, that's not going to work either, my love. I know, we'll sell sand to the Arabs.
Yeah, it is going to happen.
Me thinks they want missile defences, not sand.
Yeah, well,
that's the type. I don't know. Was that what she said? Apparently, it was a non-event, was it?
Whatever non-event. Well, let's go on to the new political flair at the moment. Give peas a chance. Here's some idiot policies from Zach Polanski with Koonsberg.
We've seen what I would say is an illegal and unprovoked attack.
What earthly evidence do you have that Iran would have said, oh, OK, actually, we'll listen to you this time?
Well, I'm here in no way to defend the Iranian regime. I'm here to defend and speak up for the Iranian people.
But the question is, why do you think that negotiations could have been an option here? What evidence do you have of that when it's failed for decades?
Because the moment you've ruled out negotiation, you've accepted that you're going to war. And I don't think the British people want to see another war in that region. So the question becomes, how do you make diplomacy and negotiation work?
All right, somebody asked the tit whisperer, how does he know what the rest of the people in this country think? Right? Just because they've won one by-election.
What's he going to do? Like, Ayatollah, look into my eyes, around my eyes.
What, and then help him to grow a pair of breasts?
And then help him grow more nukes? It's like, well, sorry, it was wrong way round.
Well, he's bitey buys, that guy.
Good luck with your diplomacy when they're all dead.
Well,
Zach.
Here's another one. Here's another one for you. Green policy on migrant families. Ready?
According to documents seen by the Daily Mail, the Green Party's policy is this. Migrant families would be accommodated in a house or a flat with exclusive use, and lone men would each have their own room in shared accommodation, but would be given their own property if they claim to be LGBTQIA+, for, quote, safeguarding purposes. They would also be given a wage at the same level of universal basic income, with no requirement to be either working or actively seeking work. They will be allowed to work, if they obviously can get a job, from the moment they arrive with no restrictions, and they'll be entitled to free NHS care.
Wow. Now, who's going to be voting for that? Come on, be honest.
Only the absolute cranks, the open borders extremists.
I'm telling you.
The genocidal open borders extremists will vote for that. Good.
Who is
That's
going
just
to be
literally gonna
voting for that?
John, that's literally going to put even those on the left who've literally got a bit of a brain up there. And there is some.
I mean, I don't usually...
They'll not be voting for that, mate, will they?
I'm not a fan of Piers Morgan, but I mean, Jesus Christ, they nailed him on this one. Listen to this. And this is Polanski, with Piers Morgan. Here we go.
Can a woman have a penis?
Yes. It's going to take them a long time on the National Health Service to get rid of it, but that's another separate problem.
All right. I think we'll leave it on a woman can have a penis.
Rid of it.
People can
I think you're lacking nuance and complexity about
Listen to this.
Not really. You couldn't have been clearer.
I'm clear because actually, when you want to look at the science,
you were crystal clear. Ask a simple question.
But you're laughing at it, which I think demeans trans people.
Yeah, we're laughing at it.
Against trans people, why are you punching down? Why are you not saying?
Nothing against
the real
trans
problem
people.
in
I've
this
already
country?
told you that I think trans
You
people.
sound like you have a huge problem with trans people.
No. It sounds to me like you don't understand what a woman is, which I think is a huge problem for someone leading a party.
Well, he is a homosexual, so like I say, he understands what a man is,
This country.
A woman is a gender.
Sorry?
You said, what's a woman?
No,
a woman is a
is
gender.
a biological
and gender
female.
is complicated.
No,
gender is a spectrum.
It's not complicated. A woman is a biological
spectrum.
female.
Is it that binary?
Do you think people are born male and female?
Not necessarily.
Oh, for God's sake.
I think it's more complicated than
It's
that.
not more complicated, Zach.
Well, it's not more complicated than that if you're a TV show host who wants to make it binary and ridiculous.
Zach, you're going to have
but
to
actually,
work
if you
this
want to
stuff
have a
out, mate,
nuanced conversation that actually reflects science
when I asked you if you want to be when I asked you if you want to be prime minister, there is not a cat in hell's chance of you ever becoming prime minister if you don't know what a woman is. The UK Supreme Court has made it crystal clear.
But that's
what a
not the
woman is.
Supreme Court's job. The Supreme Court's job is to look at legislation
Lay down the law
and
of
then
the
make a
land.
legal ruling.
Okay. So you know more than the Supreme Court.
Well, yes, actually, in this case, yes, I did.
That's just incredible.
Your Fabian Supreme Court even said you're all bonkers.
That's right.
No, we're not having it. We're not having that. We're not having that Supreme Court.
It's just incredible, isn't it? I mean, you just sit there and you just go, what?
Carry on.
And people, yeah, Zach's right.
I mean,
Can you give me more sprouts, please? Ooh.
Has he not looked at Labour? Has he not understood that they've been through all this to the point where they had to kind of backtrack a little bit and go, well, okay, the 99% of women can't have a penis.
That's right.
Backtrack back. It's like Homer Simpson going into the bush, innit, backwards. Disappear. So he's at the start of the journey that Labour have just been on. Excellent.
Well,
and you're going to take some of their votes.
If women can have a penis, the babies are only going to be about this big. This big? How are you going to push that out?
No, because if they can have a penis, then they can have testicles and sperm.
Oh, yeah.
So they won't have any ovaries or a womb.
Oh, yeah.
Or if Zach wants to show me the first person in the world that can make themselves pregnant and has both, then I'll agree with his argument.
Maybe he can hypnotize men into being pregnant.
Maybe he can hypnotize himself to being normal.
No, I don't think
he's... He hypnotized himself to be a far left weirdo?
Something like that, I think.
I reckon someone has.
Definitely.
Look at him, does he?
I don't know.
Does he believe, with some of them, you can clearly tell that they don't believe it, but they've got to say that or they'll be cancelled by their own teammates, so to speak. Which we don't have that problem because, we'll just say what we want. No one's going to cancel us on our side.
Yeah.
Apart from the likes of Farage and that. But do you think he actually believes this shit? Looking at his face, I actually think he probably does.
I mean, if he does, it's like, I mean, really? I mean, even the Greens, even the ones who were common sense. I mean, when you were Green, you were like, you wanted to be like sort of closer to the earth, tree hugging.
Do you know, I remember local elections here, was it? When did I last stand? What year are we in?
Today?
2023, was it? Or whatever it was. 23, 24, something like that, right? The Greens stood
today,
as well.
didn't you?
I've done more sitting today. Trust me. So the Greens stood round there and won a seat, and it was all because of the hydro village that they were trying to do.
That's right.
And it was all about
to get rid of it. To get rid of it.
Yeah, because they believed it was actually, doing the opposite of what it was meant to do.
Correct.
All right, some of them probably just used it. So that's a turnaround, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now we're going to, I don't know, trans your crackhead children into prostitutes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And if we haven't got enough crackhead trans children prostitutes in this country, shiploads more in.
Yeah, let's get them
all
in
houses.
Let's get them in.
And we'll give them all money.
Especially all those asylum seekers who need their own homes because they are LGBTQ plus LMNOP.
How are these trials aren't going for these mass trials on children have been halted, haven't they?
Yes.
But what's Zach saying? The women won't be able to remove their penises for years. So
yeah, because it's all the clogs that are going up. I mean, Gary, our man Gary, summed it up really, really, really well. Okay.
But hang on, I'm slightly confused. Before he goes, Gary, if a woman can have a penis, why does she want to remove it? I don't get it.
Well, listen to what Gary says.
Do us a favour. This conversation is absolute numbskull bonkers shit. Move on.
It is. It is. This is what's happening in the NHS.
So the other night she says to me, "Why don't we spice it up a little bit? Let's play doctor and nurse." So I put her on a bed, rolled her into the hallway, and then ignored her the rest of the day.
Tell me that isn't true. Tell me that isn't true. That's it.
I don't know. I just had this feeling he was going down the Harold Shipman route for a minute, and I was
no. Oh no! Don't be talking like that. Otherwise, we'd be talking about things like this with George. Here we go.
The Epstein files reveal that she and Jeffrey Epstein and a British Prime Minister had a threesome. Now, the more tender of my audience will not know what a threesome is. Well, it basically means that a British Prime Minister and Jeffrey Epstein made a kind of sexual sandwich of Ghislaine Maxwell. I know it is difficult to contemplate, especially when you begin speculating who that Prime Minister might, indeed must have been. There are some who think it was Liz Truss. No, I don't myself. There are some who think it was little Rishi Sunak, but I'm not sure he could have pulled that off, if you get my drift. There are some who believe that it was Theresa May, but I don't believe Theresa May would ever do such a thing.
Had to be Bojo.
There are some who believe it was Gordon Brown, but I know it wasn't Gordon Brown. Some think it was Tony Blair. After all, he was banging Rupert Murdoch's wife, the Chinese one, in Murdoch's ranch, when Murdoch was doing everything he could to sustain Tony Blair's political career.
Oh dear.
But I know,
Boris, it is,
I think I know which Prime Minister it was. That should.
I'm not going to say who it was.
No, don't put it in there.
No, I'm not going to say. Not going to say.
Piffle Puffle. Hello, Ghislaine. Whoa.
Okay, let's move on
Was
to.
it Boris?
No, I'm not going to tell you. Not going to tell you.
It was.
No. Not going to tell you. I'm going to leave
Hide
that
the sausage.
out.
Hide the sausage. Whoa. Piffle Puffle.
Wibble wobble. Wiffle waffle. What sort of a game are we going to invent today? Wiffle waffle. Anyway, okay.
Hide Junior Boris. Anyway, we'll move on.
Commentary on Iran. Now, this is, to take us into Trump and a few of the other things. Here we go. This guy has got a serious point to make.
You know, when you hear us Persians say that we've been foreign occupied by Islam, what we mean is genuinely the people that have taken us over, these guys right here, they are not even Iranian, they are not even Persian. These lot are Arab Islamists who have come into our country, taken us over and forced our people to follow their rules. Look at the flag that they replaced ours with. Can you see the small letters embedded within the flag? These are Arabic letters. Our own people can't even read the flag. This is the level of foreign occupation we're talking about. And I think not many people are aware of the situation. So it's important to spread this message so you guys understand what we're going through here and why we're so passionate about getting our land back.
Well, I think we do know what they're talking about because in the Gorton and Denton by-election, all we heard was Urdu. Okay? Now, for those of the people in Wigan, we're not talking about Urdu, as in that. We're talking about Urdu, the language.
How about that? Can we have that in English? We don't speak pot noodle.
And that's right. Oh, that was so funny. Well, here's Omar Jalili, okay? And he was talking about what it's like over there.
You have to understand that the economy has collapsed there. So you see videos of people, ordinary people, going up and reasoning with these security forces, saying, look, your money is as worthless as our money. Who are you protecting? You know, Tom Tugendhat has been, you know, the former British Minister for Security, he has the intel. A lot of gold is being taken out. And people are really saying, who are you? Do you think they're going to take you with them? They're all getting ready to leave. There's only room for 20 people on a private jet. Do you think they're going to take you with them? So what's happening is that there was a call by the Supreme Leader to bring the protesters to their knees. So we are seeing videos of security forces shooting at them. I mean, these are crimes against humanity happening right now. But a lot of the security forces are running away. There are videos, I've never seen this before, where literally security forces are running and throwing stones back, and you've got like 20 of them run this way, then you've got like 150, 200 people chasing them. So there's been a tremendous shift. I'm not saying it's happened, but definitely hashtag Iran protest 2026 has now changed to Iran revolution 2026.
Yep, there you go. And they're seeing it. I mean, that announcement by Trump the other night, I mean, I've got an update from Trump about things, and also he is pretty pissed at Starmer.
Why is that, mate? What's he done?
Well, okay.
Himself.
Well,
anyway, before you do, mate.
I knew you were going to do that.
Hashtag boomer. Who says
okay.
hashtag these days? Hashtag this.
Yeah, that's so yesterday.
Who even
hashtags.
uses them online? Do you know what I mean?
Hashtag
last
boomer.
Time I used hashtag, John, we seen King Dong or whatever on X. That was the last time I done. Hashtag right. London Pride or whatever it was. And put that away. Well, see your dangly bits.
This is why Trump is a bit pissed off with Starmer, and here's a hint. Now, this is Healy being grilled by Our Lady Tomini on GB News.
OK, we must nail this down. Has the Attorney General, Lord Hermer, advised the Prime Minister that this military action against Iran could breach international law? Yes or no?
I'm not going to talk about the internal discussions in government, nor am I going to talk about the discussions that we have with our close...
It's absolutely central, this question, for the GB News audience. Has Lord Hermer suggested that the Prime Minister, and as a consequence Great Britain, shouldn't support this military action because he considers it to be illegal?
I'm just not going to talk about the internal government discussions, nor am I going to talk about the discussions we have with close allies, including the US. Judge us by our actions. We were not part of the strikes against Iran, but we're leading the way with defensive action. Our full focus is in contributing to that.
I'm going to give some language and some hand signals for our deaf viewers.
If you're leading the way with defensive action, okay. If you're leading the way with defensive action,
reinforcing regional stability for the long term.
Okay. If we're leading the way with defensive action, why did we block the US?
Will you stop being so childish, Mark?
Using Diego Garcia.
I've just said to you, I'm simply not going to talk about, and you would not expect me to talk about the discussions we...
See what I mean? Yeah.
Do what Mike Graham used to do. I haven't watched him since he left Iggy, but...
Okay,
well... I don't know for you, Char.
Well, here's the update on Epic Fury. Okay? Bam, 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 Marine. Here we go.
Let me provide a brief update on Operation Epic Fury. Today, the United States military continues to carry out large-scale combat operations in Iran to eliminate the grave threats posed to America by this terrible terrorist regime.
Yep.
Following our obliteration of...
Which still hasn't been prescribed in this country.
Yeah, they'll wait till this is all finished.
Iran's nuclear program in Operation Midnight Hammer a short while ago. We warned Iran not to make any attempt to rebuild at a different location because they were unable to use the ones that we so powerfully blew up. But they ignored those warnings and refused to cease their pursuit of nuclear weapons. In addition, the regime's conventional ballistic missile program was growing rapidly and dramatically, and this posed a very clear, colossal threat to America and our forces stationed overseas. The regime already had missiles capable of hitting Europe and our bases, both local and overseas, and would soon have had missiles capable of reaching our beautiful America.
There you go. So he's doing the biz. He's doing the biz.
He is. I mean, you know what, right? I said this the other day. If
I know
Starmer,
what. He's a lovely fella.
no, if Starmer hadn't have come out with his "I'm Herman's arse badge," just so I'm going to go on about international law bollocks and a plan. I'm pretty sure these have got a plan. They were planning it for months. Do you know what? If he'd have come out and said, "Look, we've been involved in these never-ending messy wars with America, and it always ends up in tears with the
and
likes
just
of
been
ISIS,"
straight.
and said, "Look, we've heard this weapons of mass destruction bollocks before. Apparently, you destroyed all their nukes last year, but now they're ready a week away from making them again," which is bollocks, because that last 20 or 30% of enriching uranium is the hardest bit. You don't just go from 60 and I've done it within a week. If he'd have said something like that and said, "Look, I just don't want to be involved in any of these ongoing wars," you could have respected that decision. And that's actually a fair argument.
Yeah. But he didn't put that forward.
He didn't, did he? He tried to do his, I'll use an excuse so I don't sound weak. That would have been the best thing to say. Look, no, I'm not getting involved. We always get involved. Then we get the blame. Then we have all the immigrants coming. And then we have terrorism here. It always creates some radical groups that we can never defeat. We end up losing the war in the end anyway. Loads of money, loads of equipment. On this occasion, I'm going to sit it out. But if he'd have spoken to Trump, I'm not so sure that is going to be what's happening this time.
Mm-hmm.
But he's used a silly excuse and then had to flip-flop because the inevitable happened, that they were going to attack us whether we were involved or not.
Yeah.
But in the Middle East, they're using our drone defense capabilities. So
Which
we
is
are
good.
involved. So we are involved. It doesn't matter if you sit there number 10, well, we're not going to bomb you. You're involved. And MI6 will be involved, and we'll be training the people in the in them Gulf states. He's just such a tit.
Oh, well, I go with that. Well, he's not the only one that started off by saying, you can't use our bases. That's it. And look what happened. I mean, Spain tried it on. Oh, listen to this.
I wouldn't want to be in the Spanish Foreign Office at this point, given that Trump is apparently cutting off all ties with Spain because of their refusal to go to 5% of GDP on NATO.
Some of the European, like Spain, has been terrible. In fact, I told Scott to cut off all dealings with Spain. Spain, first of all, it started when every European nation, at my request, paid 5%, which they should be doing. And everybody was enthusiastic about it, Germany, everybody. And Spain didn't do it. And now Spain actually said that we can't use their bases. And that's all right. We could use their base if we want. We could just fly in and use it. Nobody's going to tell us not to use it. But we don't have to. But they were unfriendly.
Now, not the thing to do with the Don.
It's not
right.
But I'll do my devil's advocate thing, because I've been looking into this a little bit actually when I was.
Okay.
I'm kind of creating my own defense system for the UK using like drones and missiles and stuff. Because
what have you been processing uranium again?
No, but I'm just looking at what's happening in the Middle East. I've been with Israel for the last few years, and I'm looking at we really need. So I've been looking into that, so I know a little bit about this. And the 5% figure is going to be difficult for a lot of European countries with stagnant economies. It's going to be difficult for us. Just that move from 2.5 to 3 or whatever, it's a lot.
Yeah, but she gave it all away in the budget. She gave it all away to welfare.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared. Look, to get that up to 5%,
it could have helped.
You're looking at over doubling your military budget, which are big as it is, mate.
Okay.
A lot of countries are probably not going to survive that, to be honest. So some of them have got no choice but to refuse. Or they can say, yeah, we'll meet that by 2030 something, and then it probably never happens. But I can understand why some of them are saying it's not going to happen, because it just might not. Because they can't afford it. America was thriving, isn't it, and flourishing.
Yeah.
So, and even if they weren't, they just throw the money at it anyway.
Yeah, they would.
You know, they can be self-sufficient in energy and they can drill, baby drill, and all. We just can't make a penny. This country,
because we're being restricted in this country.
Can't even track the investment or the billionaires, millionaires want to piss off. They're all going to Dubai, but some of them are coming back. But not for business.
This country is tying both your hands behind your back. That's it, and that's why people are so unhappy, because they cannot move.
And they're hitting you in the face, and you can't do nothing. You're like,
that's right.
Trying to headbutt them, but you can't reach.
Here's what Trump said. Here's the first of the two commentaries. This is what Trump said on GB News. Okay, and it was they were interviewing Jenrick. Here we go.
Robert, just want to get your reaction to this breaking news that we've got coming into us in the newsroom. This is US President Trump. It's an interview with the Sun newspaper. He says he is sad to see that the relationship with Britain is obviously not what it was. He has criticised Sir Keir Starmer directly. He says he has not been helpful. I never thought I'd see that. I never thought I'd see that from the UK. We love the UK. He also blamed the Prime Minister's botched deal to hand over the Chagos Islands to Mauritius, this direct quote. We call it the woke island. What's your response to those comments from the US President?
Well, look, the UK and the US have stood side by side for generations. It's an incredibly important relationship, and so much of our defence and security depends on the United States. You see how weak our armed forces sadly are today as a result.
Yeah, how weak they are today. Don't forget, you had something to do with that, sir, in your previous government.
Yeah, this is, are we in the time warp? This is like Groundhog Day.
I know.
Sorry, before you move on. Again, now we've got to listen to him saying all the same shit we've heard for the last 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's blaming himself for the shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, as soon as him and Braverman and all the others start speaking for reform, I just switch off. I'm gone. I'm just like, no. I know Braverman and Jenrick might be slightly better than. I just can't go through it all again, John. It's like I don't know. I can't get pregnant again. I was going to make a joke like,
I can't go through that.
It's just like going back to your abuser over and over again and thinking it's going to be different. Or, you know, I've been taken hostage and they let me go, but I'll go back. They might be nicer to me this time. I can't.
No.
Go away.
Well, here's what Trump actually said straight out from the horse's mouth. Here we go.
Has UK. Now, the second one is shocking, but this is not the age of Churchill. I will say the UK has been very, very uncooperative with that stupid island that they have, that they gave away and took a 100-year lease, having to do with perhaps indigenous people claiming the island that never even saw the island before. What's that all about? And they ruin relationships. It's a shame. It's and that country, UK, and I love that country. I love it. My mother was born there. I love it. My mother was born there. My father was born. Like, he knows all about my father. My father was.
How does he know all about
there.
his
So,
dad?
You know, very places that you sort of automatically very feel warmly about. But the UK, what they're doing with energy and what they're doing with immigration is horrible. You have the North Sea. Somebody said yesterday, what would you do if you were the UK? Open up the North Sea. They got windmills all over the place that are ruining the country, ruining the landscapes, ruining the beautiful fields. Open up the North Sea. It's one of the greatest. Think of it. They buy their energy from Norway, which gets the energy, the oil, from the North Sea. So Norway drills in the North Sea and sells it to UK. And UK has a better part of the North Sea. Open up that. And number two, illegal immigration. They got to solve that problem. And I must say, that's not only UK. That's other parts of the European Union that have the same problem. Immigration and energy. The energy is through the roof, the highest in the world. And the immigration was, I mean, you know, look, you have places where in the UK, you have a terrible mayor of London, terrible. He's an incompetent guy. But you have Sharia courts. You don't have Sharia courts. You don't want Sharia courts. You have Sharia courts adjudicating law. So it's very simple. Immigration, very importantly, immigration and energy. And you bring it back. Otherwise, you're not going to bring it back. Okay.
Wow. I mean, what an indictment.
And I know what they'll say. They'll twist everything. He called us a silly island. No, he wasn't calling us the island. That was the
Chagos.
And then what did he say at the end then? I just went back
about
to
energy.
I forgot what he said at the end.
Well, yeah, I'll go back.
They'll twist his words.
And you bring it back. Otherwise, you're not going to bring it back.
Oh, no, a little bit more. 1 second. Here we go.
So it's very simple. Immigration, very importantly. You have a terrible mayor of London, terrible. He's an incompetent guy. But you have Sharia courts. You don't have Sharia courts. You don't want Sharia courts. What they'll do is they'll say, no, we haven't got Sharia law. No, we didn't say that. He said the Sharia court. And I go, but it doesn't affect our law. Oh, it does. Because if your wife wanted to divorce you, John, which I'm sure she should have probably done.
Yeah, she does.
I don't know what she's waiting for. But she goes through a legal process.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you were Mufti Starkey and you were married and you didn't do that in a church, or you didn't do it lawfully, but you did it in your little Sharia thing. Does Mrs. Mufti get a fair cut under the law? No, Mrs. Mufti gets shafted.
That's right.
As does Mrs. Mufti's female children.
Yeah.
And you can't get that in a court of law because it didn't go through one.
That's right.
And they're like, yeah, but it's not our law. No, that's the fucking point.
This shit's
so I know
stop.
what they're already. I can write their dumbass articles already before they've even written them because it's the same old crap. And that they won't concentrate on the fact that, yeah, we need energy or the immigration screwed. They'll pick silly little points like, we called us a silly island. No, we didn't.
Well,
he says we've got Sharia law, we haven't. No, we didn't.
But
yeah, we have actually, haven't we? Even if they use one law from the Sharia, which is about marriage, then we've got Sharia law, have we not? Well, Sharia, not Sharia law. Otherwise, that's law. But you know what I mean.
Well, we're coming to the end now, and we're gonna listen. Just think, if women ruled the world, okay?
Oh, I've got an idea. We are Wet Wipe Island. You can call us that if you want.
You call us Wet Wipe, okay?
Yeah.
But we're going now. Say thank you to all the people. Thank you.
Thank you, people, for joining in.
People. Yes. Thank you. We're going. We're not going to keep you on for much longer. Some of them might be desperate to go to the toilet. You don't know. It happens.
I was before, but I'm all right now.
I'm all right now. Oh,
I think we got some funny stuff.
Yeah, this is the last, just the before the vid to finish. This is why women should rule the world from our great friend Gary. Here we go.
I wish women were the ones ruling the world. We wouldn't have any wars. Just a bunch of jealous countries who don't talk to each other.
Here it is.
Point.
Goodbye, everybody.
Right, can you explain this? Do you know what this guy is?
Care is no Churchill pill. Care is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the Dunn Street side of his best friend's bio, trying to delay me. Care is no Churchill pill. Care is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the Dunn Street side of his best friend's bio, trying to delay. Got a Starmer checking me, but his game is
He's JD Vance.
And I know that he cannot approach me because I'm looking like
I'm going to move some of these things out of the way.
Get with the low energy asshole here. Isn't no church here, no land here. Isn't no church here, nowhere here. No one, none of your time here. There's no Churchill kill. Here is a guy that can't get no love from me.
They're
hanging
brilliant.
Up the Dunn Street side of his best friend's wife, trying to delay me kill. Here's no Churchill kill. Here is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging up the Dunn Street side of his best friend's wife, trying to delay me. You don't have the planes and you're stalling. Oh yes, care. I'm talking to you. If you live in number 10 with your lawyers, oh yes, care. I'm talking to you, baby. Have a country that you don't show law, oh yes, care. I'm talking to you. Wanna get with me with no basis? Here's no Churchill full cause while you ain't you no love for me, you know, hanging up the Dunning Street, start on the bad ass ride, those running to lay me kill. Here's no Churchill killed. Here's a guy that can't get no enough from me, hanging up the Dunning Street side of his best friend's wife, trying to delay, see if you can spatially expand my stride. Then they'll lead you in a class with the losers, male variety.
I want to be in one of those videos. I think they're brilliant.